So Jeremy Hunt has just delivered his autumn statement, and in an election year, surprise, surprise, it was full of giveaways. From the 6th of January, 28 million workers will receive a 2% cut in their national insurance. What does that really mean? That's an extra £450 back in people's pockets.
What I want voters to do, everyone to do, is to see that we have taken the right decisions to grow the economy. I was very open about the fact a year ago I had to put up taxes. I think it was the right thing to protect businesses from going bust during the pandemic, to help families through the energy crisis. But I also said at the time that when I could, I wanted to start bringing taxes down.
After months and months of saying that the economic news was too gloomy for tax cuts, with the Tories crashing in the polls, they decided a giveaway is the way forward. And there's more good news for Sun readers. Self-employed people like van drivers, plumbers, electricians, they will have to see their NICs Class 2 abolished. That's a mandatory charge they would have to pay, works out about £190 a year, gone. Self-employed national insurance also down 1%. So good news on the tax all round in the short term. But if you look at the bigger picture, because Rishi Sunak froze income tax thresholds 2 years ago, it means that lots of people will be, in the long run, dragged into a higher rate of paying tax. And some people will be dragged into paying tax altogether for the first time if they earn around £12,500. On the other side of that, though, benefits are up, pensions are up, so the government will be saying this is good news for everyone. Labour and journalists are poring over the small print for any hidden nasties. Look, the Tories wouldn't be doing this if they weren't really slumped in the polls. They're about 19 points behind in the latest opinion polls, and they really do need something to move the dial. They've been saying that because of inflation being so high, they didn't have enough room to give tax cuts or giveaways. That's gone out the window now. It's some of the biggest tax cuts ever, they're claiming, especially for businesses. 2% on NICs is the biggest cut in NICs ever. So we'll see if it works, but Labour will be hoping that it's too little too late. A few hidden nasties in there. Cigarettes, if you smoke rollies, you're going to get hit by a 12% extra tax. That works out about 80 pence a pack on a pack of normal cigarettes. That'd be £2 on a pouch of rollies, which is a big and hefty tax on smokers, but no surprise given Rishi Sunak basically hates smoking, wants to phase it out. Some good news for drinkers: beer duty, cider duty, duty on spirits, all frozen, and great news for landlords and pub owners that they will only pay 25% of the normal rate of business tax for another year, which after 2 years of awful trade, Christmas trade for pubs, last year they had train strikes, the year before they had COVID, that's good news, and hopefully will stop some boozers that were close to going to the wall from going under. So Rishi Sunak and Jeremy Hunt will be hoping to spin that great Tory wheel of fortune. Some giveaways, we'll have another chance to do so in March at the budget. Will it be enough? It remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, from January people will feel more money back in their pockets, in their paychecks. Whether that's enough to undo the Tory chaos of the last few years remains to be seen.